What self-defense training would you recommend for older guys? And I've got it for women, and I've got it for kids and everything else. And I also get this, I also have gotten quite a few questions that put time constraints on that. So, I can only train so often. What's the best thing for me? And so I'll just kind of cover some blanket statements here about this kind of stuff. First and foremost, if you're talking about true self-defense to protect yourself from other evil human beings in the world, it's a gun and it's concealed carry. And that is what you should train to do. You should go to the range. You should get a gun. And if you are in situations where you need to protect yourself, that is how you protect yourself against people. Because other people have guns, they have knives, they're psychotic, they're on drugs. And if you want to protect yourself, that is how you do it. Period. That trumps everything else. So let's go beyond that. Now we start getting into martial arts and self-defense of that sort. And for me, the first thing you start off with is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because it's gonna teach you how to handle yourself when that combative situation gets into a grappling scenario and you're on the ground and you need to get up and get away or protect yourself while you're on the ground. That's the best one to learn. After that, I think Western boxing, which is how to punch people in the face and maintain distance and things like that, is the next thing you want to learn. After that, Muay Thai, where you're striking and you're learning to clinch. After that is wrestling, where you learn how to take people down and defend takedowns, which you'll learn a little of that in Jiu-Jitsu. You learn a little bit of it in Muay Thai, but in wrestling you will become, that's kind of your game. And then from there, I think is when you start looking at, if you want to get involved with sticks and knives and those types of martial arts as well. But people that think there's going to be the magic instructor that's going to make you be able to defeat 5 multiple attackers and all that, it's not there. I mean, there are some martial arts that focus on that more, like Krav Maga does focus on that, but I still would go with I would use that as an augmentation to the other basic forms of jiu-jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai, and wrestling. The other piece is, you don't have much time. I got news for you. You've got time. You've got your whole life to learn these skills. You're not going to get attacked in a week. You're not going to get attacked in 3 weeks. You're going to get attacked in 6 months. How ready can you be in 6 months? You're going to get attacked in 3 years. How ready can you be in 3 years? Working 2 or 3 times a week. That's what you got to plan for. Build your base, build your foundation so that you are ready when it happens. And, martial arts is not just for self-defense. And people talk about traditional. I used to, and I don't really talk martial arts anymore with people because I'm not. I don't argue with you. If you want to do whatever you're going to do, that's fine. I'll tell you my opinion, but I'm not here to convert anybody. I used to get in arguments with people, but I don't anymore. And back 20 years ago, you could get into arguments all the time because there was still the full-on traditional martial arts that would, believed their voodoo system that somebody had created, blah, blah, blah. And I remember, one of the things that stuck with me is I had a guy that was a traditional martial artist, very, very great guy, and actually was a SEAL. And he was a traditional martial artist, and, I was like a basic jiu-jitsu guy at the time. And, we decided to figure out which one worked better, right? And, so it was me as a year-long jiu-jitsu guy against a guy that had been training in his martial art for 20 years. He's, older than me, bigger than me. And of course, jiu-jitsu won because jiu-jitsu is better. And so then, of course, you get let's go again. And that's what happens with jiu-jitsu. When you get somebody once, they think, you got lucky or whatever. So then you go again. And it usually takes 3 to 5 times before people recognize that, okay, there's something here that I don't understand, and this is superior. This person will beat me. And so we got through the 3 to 5 repetitions of me submitting him, and so now he's kind of a little bit frustrated and flustered and bummed out because in his reality is hitting him that he's wasted 20 years of his life training in this stuff that doesn't work. And so as he was scratching to kind of find what he could hold on to, he said to me, well, the thing about, what I do is it's not just about fighting. It teaches you discipline and humility. And at the time, I was a young, stupid kid, and I was like, whatever. I'll still beat you up, so it doesn't matter. But I held on to that, and I thought about it. And as I continued to train jiu-jitsu more and more, and especially when I started working with kids, I realized that what the other older traditional martial arts did to train you in humility and discipline and things of that nature, jiu-jitsu absolutely teaches you humility, because you will get submitted by people on a regular basis, people that are smaller than you, people that are weaker than you, and that is a very humbling experience. So you will absolutely learn humility through jiu-jitsu. And the discipline piece, it absolutely takes discipline to go and get on that mat on a daily basis and improve yourself. And if there's some saying about getting your black belt, and it's a very, very tiny percentage of people that start jiu-jitsu that get their black belt, and that's because it takes discipline. And if you don't have discipline and you don't learn discipline, you'll never get there. So those kind of conceptual things that they had in traditional martial arts, I think and as the traditional martial arts lost their realism, they held on to these conceptual ideas that are found in jiu-jitsu, in Muay Thai, in wrestling. They're found there because they're real, and they're a real element of them. And that's another reason beyond self-defense to train martial arts.